Oh no, it seems that the wider audience is shrinking. Blizzard is going to leave China. And it's quite hilarious because most of the goodwill that the Blizzard Corporation had was lost because they were simping for China. Blizzard managed to get away with a lot of things, and I think they would even manage to get away with the sexual harassment lawsuits if they didn't piss off their own consumer base. The thing is, when you're a popular company and people like you can get away with shit that other companies just can't get away with. A perfect example is when EA Games released SimCity, and at the time it was very innovative because you could only play it online. Like the game was a single player game, but it had online only play, so you had to log into an account in order to play it. And it got so much controversy that that was the end for the SimCity franchise, which was a very popular franchise. But because people were so upset and they boycotted the game, no other SimCity has been made ever since, and EA took a massive, massive PR hit. But Blizzard did the same thing with online only with StarCraft. Like if you wanted to play StarCraft in single player, you couldn't. They did the same with Diablo 3. No one complained. No one pointed out. Why? Because people liked the company. They didn't like EA Games, but they liked Blizzard. Another example has to do with loot boxes. Hearthstone, for example, is the epitome of loot boxing, but like some people may disagree. They will say, well, it's a trading card game, a game where you can't trade the cards, but okay, fine. Overwatch. It's got loot boxes. Other video gaming companies, like EA Games, especially with FIFA, got in a lot of trouble because of loot boxing. Not Blizzard. Why? Because people liked it. The moment people stopped liking Blizzard was when they began simping for China. During a Hearthstone tournament, a competitor said that he is supporting Hong Kong. Now, obviously, some random twat at a video gaming competition supporting Hong Kong, what difference does it make? But Blizzard had to publicly apologize for that shit. They had to ban the person, and they took a strong stance against supporting democracy in foreign countries. And the thing is, Blizzard was a very moralizing corporation. I mean, they took a lot of stances on social issues. They were very progressive oriented, except for China. Because China, I guess, paid their dictatorship tax. They paid their bigotry tax. So Blizzard sided with China. You had US senators and many other people coming out against the company, and that's when its PR started going downhill. Then they did the whole Diablo Immortal thing, which also had China in mind. And the goodwill was just lost from there. Like, when the lawsuits came, I'm pretty sure if the company had goodwill, many people would have said, well, yeah, but it's just allegations. Like, there's no proof. You're just... But because, Blizzard was very moralizing, very preachy, and hypocritical especially, and pissed off its consumer, but no one gave a shit. It's like, get fucked. And this is how Blizzard actually managed to be worse than EA Games. Now, what's interesting is that they're going to suspend all game services in China. By the way, fun fact, I actually know this from an insider source, that Blizzard doesn't have diversity officers in China. How can they, maybe this is why they're closing them down. I mean, how can you have diversity without diversity officers? I mean, holy shit. So all of their games, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Overwatch, Hearthstone, they're going to not be available in China, except for Diablo Immortal, which is very interesting. Because that's their cash cow. And as you can see here, the reason they're not going to continue doing business with China is very vague. But apparently it doesn't go with their morals. The two parties have not reached a deal to renew the agreements that is consistent with Blizzard's operating principles and commitments to players and employees. And the agreements are set to expire in January 2023. So they don't really explain what happened. Like, you can use your imagination. Diablo Immortal, apparently, they have a contract with a different company, so they're going to do the workaround. The thing is, like, these decisions aren't taken in the last minute, so they probably expected that they're going to stop doing business with China, and their cash cow, which is Diablo Immortal, they probably figured out a way to still manage to sell it into China. But other than that, yeah, like, goodbye Chinese market, goodbye another huge chunk of Blizzard's profits. I definitely think, like, Diablo 4 is probably going to be, I don't even know if I can call it the last hurrah, but it's probably going to be like the last oomph that Blizzard has. I mean, I don't expect we're going to see Blizzard making a StarCraft 3. I don't expect them to be making another game. I mean, we saw what they did with Overwatch 2. And we saw what they did with Warcraft Reforged. And this is something that Blizzard themselves used to say, you're only as good as your last game. And looking at their last game, holy fucking shit. I don't know how many players World of Warcraft has, and if it's going to get a new expansion. I mean, it probably will, but I don't expect any major titles to come out from Blizzard after Diablo 4, and I have very low hopes for Diablo 4 as well. Not because of the story or the gameplay, but like as the game being functional and polished. I'm legitimately worried. I don't think that they're going to have a decent game, but we'll see. You know, I'm willing to change my mind if I get to play something that I like. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to play something that I like coming from Blizzard. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.